It's time. The update is out, and it's what we've all been waiting for. It's Erlking Day. Give me my lunacy. Let me click on these things so the pop shows off. There he is. Once these go through. Look at it. I can't believe he's finally real. Truly incredible. Yeah. I don't know what to say here. I'm excited, though. We'll do daily polls as per usual. And if I don't get him from the daily polls, odds of me getting him from daily polls are pretty low. But then I'll just shard him. It's the safe way to go about doing it, I'd say. I don't know. Oh. 2-star, interesting. Okay, 1-star, 2-star, and then finish it off with a 3-star, maybe? Would've been funny. Would've been fun. Okay, that's fine. No luck this time, that's alright. I'm not that concerned. How am I doing on Heathcliff shards? Not too many. Yeah. I was saving them up for a while, but I spent them all on Fell Bullet, so... Gotta use some boxes here, that's fine. Should be good enough either way. Season 4, Wild Hunt. It's so cool how he's just called Wild Hunt. Like, it's very interesting how it's not, you know, it's just that. It's a very unique, like, title for an ID. Kindle this flame of wrath that burns within me. No, it doesn't matter why it burns. What matters is that I am the ripping and tearing tempest that will bring about their ruin. Very cool. God. There he is. The goat. Let's see, what's his phrase thing? Ride your demise. Oh, we get Dullahan as a word. Oh, that's awesome. The wheel of Dullahan turns once. For that is Dullahan. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Time to look at himself. Let's get him to... Oh, interesting. He counts the Wuthering Heights ID as well. So, if you look at something like this, you can see, like, Wuthering Heights Fixer is, like, what Otis has. But for Edgar Family, it's, you know, just Edgar Family, right? But you've got Wuthering Heights and Wild Hunt. That's interesting. So he counts as the same faction as Butler Otis, Butler Faust. That's cool. It's a weird thing, that's for sure, but it makes sense, right? Let's get this guy to max level first and foremost. Just because, I mean, of course I'm going to bring him to max level. And then let's just get into the Uptie story, shall we? See how this goes through. The dawn of the promised banquet, the day of the hunt rises. I can feel it even at the tip of my hair, that the destruction of Wuthering Heights is nigh. And God, he looks so cool there. Alright, let's see the story, though. Finally, I can get rid of this weird loading screen and replace it with Erlking. Or Wild Hunt. The drizzling rain tears through my heart, shearing it painfully like cold shards of glass. The rain holds memories of the past, each droplet a memory of that manor carved into my very being from the day I was taken from the streets. So I stand in the rain, the thundering monsoon. Every cold sensation a painful reminder that I must become retribution itself, a vengeance to tear those accursed apart. There wasn't even a shelter, an umbrella to shield me from the rain. Didn't even have a sun shower. Nothing gave me reprieve from the rain, not even the thinnest layer of fabric to stop it from tearing into my skin. A delusional thought that this life, this existence, may be worth enduring if I could have those moments of relief, that, as long as I could wait out the rain and dry my drenched clothes. I did not have even the faintest mirage of such hopes. I knew this life was not to be one of relief. Ah, good. I don't need anything like that holding back my rage, my vengeance. I have already lost my recollection of a few things that set me off on my path of revenge. There was something there, something that kindled this rage within me, something that set me on this path of destruction the moment I left the manor, but... No, these are but meaningless ruminations. There is no straying from the path of retribution. Yeah, kind of as I expected, like... A big thing with Kathy, you know, deleting herself is the fact that very clearly that is not a, like, end-all be-all, like, thing, right? Like, sure, it's gonna help a lot of Heathcliffs, but Heathcliffs are still gonna be suffering throughout all the mirror worlds. They won't be suffering because of Kathy, sure, but they'll still be suffering from everything else. So in the city, not really that big of a difference. Although, there are, the mirror worlds out there where he is happy, and I suppose that makes it worth it. To those at the manor who so ruthlessly pelted me with cruel, heavy rain, I bring you flesh-rending, bone-shattering tempest of ruin. Also, without Kathy, like, Heathcliff without Kathy would feel like no remorse whatsoever towards Wuthering Heights, right? I guess there is Nellie. He enjoyed like Nellie, that's for sure. At least in kind of. I don't know, it's a little bit weird. Since, in this mirror world, Nellie Ryoshu is actively trying to kill Heathcliff because he's going back at it, but I don't think he holds any like negative intent towards Nellie, just everyone else, right? And that is all I need to perpetuate this existence. That is more than enough reason to live on. This forest was on a high, silent hill. The damnably grand manor remains in my sight still, past the overgrown forest, even as the storm makes its landing upon the skies beneath which I stand. A clear sight of my target is good fuel for my rage, like a funnel for this boiling hatred within me. I see the butlers come out to dry the manor's dirty laundries. I see guests coming and going from the manor, arriving to enjoy the occasional banquet, and I recall the fleeting pockets of joy. I recall my caretaker, the chief butler, who cared for me more than anyone else despite her brusque and surly disposition. Yeah. No. Illusions all. Hellish pain fades away into the fog of memories past, twisting them into sentimental reminiscences. This is nothing but a feeble trick of the mind, beguiling me, an attempt to paint over the hurt with joy. After all, my memories with her have now long faded past the opaque mist. Yet I wasn't alone in those memories. There was a... No, I'll obliviate them all. Once I excise them, my past, my memories, then my mind will no longer play such tricks on me. Nothing but pointless memories, nothing but hurt painted over with false joy of reminiscence. Yeah, I think that's like a common like trope I feel like in certain like medias and stuff is the fact that like you erase part of someone's memory and like they're gonna fill the gap with like paranoia, right? Something's wrong, they like cannot live a normal life. No matter how big or how small that the erase part was, it creates a gap and a gap that just kind of engulfs more and more of everything. There was nothing left for me in that manner. No repose, no momentary reprieve. When was it? When it was the day I first wielded this blade, or was it the day I met and observed my countless selves across the endless worlds? Or was it in the day of my assault upon the young master's mansion, when I tore through countless butlers and made a mountain of their corpses? So yeah, that explains the sword. I was definitely wondering what the explanation for the sword would be, because the sword is called, fused blade of ruined mirror worlds. At least that's what the skill one is called in the Erlking fight. Not the skill one, but like the skill he uses that refers to the blade. Yeah, so he's still aware of all the different Heathcliffs, but he assumably isn't traveling from dimension to dimension, or is he? Though its origin is a mystery to me still, I came to learn how to command loyalty of the dead. Yet I had no teacher. I suppose my transformation was inevitable, as it was for my countless other selves in the infinite worlds. I am perpetually surrounded by the screeching, pouring hatred of the dead. Yet I find quite amusing the unfair, illogical nature of the world, that they have no choice but to bid me their loyalty despite it all. I led the march of the Wild Hunt. I mauled the young master's useless arm off his torso. And I declared from the top of my lungs that I shall soon host a banquet of my own at that accursed manor. I'll give them more than enough time to prepare. The young master, whose arm I mauled, will temper and whet his saber, keen with hatred as his flame. The chief butler, who still seeks the long-dead mistress, will be brutal with her serviette. My old caretaker, her heart gashed by the betrayal, will strike me with thunderous rebuke. They will join my banquet with utter preparation, and only then shall I exact a revenge truly meaningful. I shall await them with my march. I wish to see them charge into us, their eyes bloodshot with all kinds of emotions, their veins pulsating with tension. Yet, in the end, I will crush them all. And atop the Wuthering Heights, in the crumbling ruins of the manor, I will stand alone. There, I will release my endlessly festering woe and rage at who was to hear my cry. To whom was I to pour my heart out? No, there's, everything I've done is hinged on, it was all to, it's raining again. If even the cutting raindrops fail to summon this memory, then it cannot have been more important than the culmination of pain that I endured. Thus, the lost memory signifies nothing to me. Perhaps it will return once I raise this manor to ashes. Then I will have reached my destination, my vengeance complete, however lost my memories may have become. Perhaps the mirror is full of lies. All that remains in the fog of my memories are these words someone had once conveyed to me. Very wacky. Wacky how it doesn't mention the Iron Maiden at all. Oh, that's for sure. He's got a giant Iron Maiden as like his coffin thing. A little bit odd, but that's fine. We'll get him to Uptie 4, make sure he's all ready, and like take a look at that. Very cool looking. You can see the Iron Maiden there. Assumably, I mean, my best interpretation is that Kathy is still like in there, but Kathy's been forgotten. She's no longer alive. She's in like kind of like, it seems like she's just kind of dead, but her body's still there because that's how it is in the main world, right? Faust mentions how LCCA was sent to like dispose of the person in the coffin's body, or not dispose of, but like take it with them. I don't know. Okay, I'm recording this after the rest of the episode, but apparently he's got a second Uptie story. This one plays before clearing Canto 6, assumably based on Wild Hunt and Wild Hunt after. So I'm just gonna go through this as well. Figured I might as well, just to be a little bit more comprehensive. I've also learned that he's got like a stupid amount of different like unique dialogues for like various fights. Yeah, there's shelter there, an umbrella, the man. Oh, I didn't even read. I think this is different entirely. That was different stuff, wasn't it? The rain holds memories of past. Each drop of the memory of the manner carved in my varying being from the day I was taking from the streets. So I stand in the rain, the thundering monsoon. Every cold sensation, a painful reminder that I must become retribution itself, avenged to tear those apart. Yet there was a shelter there, an umbrella at the manor. It gave me a reprieve from the rain, for however brief a moment, as the droplets were about to tear through my skin. Her name was Catherine. I began to think this life, this existence, may be worth enduring between those moments of reprieve, as long as I could wait out the rain and dry my drenched clothes. Such were the delusions this umbrella gave me. Huh, ridiculous. She never should have existed in my life to begin with. The umbrella was destined for others. The shelter she gave me was inspired by nothing more than a short-lived pity, like tossing a coin for a beggar. What shame, what humiliation is it that I deluded myself into believing that she truly cared for me, that she loved me? I shall never long for such shelter, such umbrella again. Nevermore. To those of the manor who so ruthlessly pelted me with cruel heavy rain, I bring you flesh-rending, bone-shattering tempest of ruin. And that is now the sole reason my life continues. This forest is on a high, silent hill. This grand manor remains in my sight still, past the overgrown forest, and even as the storm makes its landing upon the skies beneath which I stand. A clear sight of my target is good fuel for my rage, like a funnel for this boiling hatred within me. I see the butlers coming out to dry the manor's dirty laundries. I see guests coming and going from the manor, arriving to enjoy the occasional banquet, and I recall the fleeting pockets of joy. I recall my caretaker, the chief butler, who cared for me more than anyone else despite her brusque and surly attitude. No. Illusions all. Hellish pain fades away into the fog of memories past, twisting them into sentimental reminiscences. It's nothing but a feeble trick of the mind beguiling me, an attempt to paint over the hurt with joy. I'll obliviate them all. Once I excise them, my past, my memories, then my mind will no longer play such tricks on me. Catherine, the pitying umbrella, is already dead. There is nothing left for me in that manor, no repose, no momentary reprieve. When was it? Was it the day I first wielded this blade, or was it the day I met and observed my countless selves across the endless worlds? Or was it the day of my assault upon the young master's mansion? This is the same. Yeah, this part's the same. But I think the ending part's gonna be slightly different, I'd assume. And atop the Wuthering Heights and the crumbling ruins of the manor, I will be reunited with Catherine once again. There I will release my endlessly festering woe and rage at the broken umbrella, bellowing, pouring my heart out before her. There I will declare my vengeance complete, my regret behind me. That I finally brought ruin to Wuthering Heights, the cradle of all miseries. That you, me, both of us, we could have been happy had this accursed manor never existed. Yeah, geez. Alright, yeah, I recorded this after the fact. Back to the actual overview. Also, you gain additional 40 lunacy, so make sure you check the other one. 3 to 8 speed range, okay. That makes sense. Having a fairly wide, like, range while still pretty high checks out, because he's got some min speed increasing stuff alongside his max speed increasing stuff. Oh. That's so cool looking. I just had to pause for a second when I saw that. Alright, let's go through skill. Okay. He really just wanted the 1-up Grip Sinclair. It's only a 2 coin, but that is a 31. Let's see. There's a lot to go over here, so yeah. Dullahan is always active. Call the Erlking is Envy owned. His support passive is Gloom Resonance. Don't think I ever looked at his support passive, honestly. Clashable Counter, yeah, it's a cool little thing to mention. I don't know what order to go through these things in. I guess passives first, though. So Dullahan, max value 3, gain 3 offense level, lose 3 defense level, so like a +1 to clash. Raise min and max speed by 1, gain Walton Dullahan next turn. Or a negative 25 SP or less, completely lose Dullahan. If the unit has Dullahan, lose 15 minus Coffin divided by 2 SP, minimum of 10. So yeah, 10 SP loss each turn. Basically, Coffin can slightly make it less, or it's 15 to 10 depending on the Coffin, right? That's what it seems to be. Simple enough. So you start at 1 Dullahan and you gain 1 each turn. That's interesting. There's 5 SP each time the unit mounts Dullahan. 3 plus allies have been defeated. Gain Dullahan next turn once per counter. You get staggered. Mounting Dullahan recover from stagger. That's not doable. And gain 1 Coffin when killing the target. Yeah, max value 10. 2 damage up for every 3 value. Max 6. Okay, minimum speed by 1 for every 4. Max 2. 1 clash power for every 5. Max 2. Okay. That's about what I expected. Seems good. So we can get a min speed up by 2, just making him a... I mean, that on top of the speed from Dullahan means he's got a min increase of, what? Min increase of 3, max increase of 1. So he's got a 6 to 9 just off of that. Throw in the fact that like, Mirror Dungeon has a +2 to max by default, and he'd have a 6 to 11 without even any haste. Pretty funny. Okay, his actual passive, more % more damage for every single on target, max 15%. When while an ally takes damage to consume them, kill them, consume 2 Coffin to apply Wild Hunt to them 2 times per turn. Apply 2 damage out of the Wild Hunt. Wuthering Heights or Edgar family gain additional attack power as well. Yes, so Wild Hunts always have a 1 HP remaining the turn they die. They heal half HP and reset to 0 SP next turn. And they die at the same turn they're revived. And yeah, so they just live for 1 extra turn effectively to get some minor benefits. But overall, doesn't seem to... It seems kind of like a bad thing, honestly, a lot of the times. Especially if chain battles are in chain battles and the like, right? You kind of want to keep your Coffin up. Skills time, though. Beheading, fairly standard stuff. No singing count in the skill 1 or the skill 2. I did notice that. Attack weight +1 for every 4 Coffin still next 2. So it becomes a 3 attack weight, like... At 8 Coffin, it becomes a 3 attack weight without needing to, like, spend any resource or something. That's interesting. And if you have Dullahan, you just gain additional, it's 1 attack weight. So it can be a 4 attack weight skill 2. Although if you have Dullahan, you lose some additional SP. Impending Ruin. Change the panic type to Ruin. Yeah, so they gain 3 singing every turn and lose 1 clash power. 5 singing and 3 singing count and lose 2 clash power and panic. Cumulative, yeah. It doesn't specify whether or not it replaces Echoes of the Manor. It might. I'd assume it would. I guess we'll see. Requiem, heal 10 SP. If you have Dullahan, use your other skill 3 instead. Coin power, gain 1 Coffin. If this kills, gain 2 additional Coffin. So on a kill, you gain 4 Coffin in total with the passive in this entirely. That's a lot of coffin. I have to see how reasonable that is, though. With like 4 singing count with a 2 coiner, so that's nice. If they have impending rune already from the skill 2, it's even more singing count, some sinkings. Like seeing a target kill divided by 2, seeing a 2 random enemies, max 5. Not a lot. Then Lament, Mourn, and Despair. Plus 5 offense level. I guess, has all this been plus 5 offense level? No, these 2 are plus 2. But these 2 are plus 5. 31 minus 15. Lose 15 SP. Base R plus 1 every 5 seeing on the target. Do more damage for the unit's SP is from 45. Plus, yeah, okay. 10% more damage for every coffin. 20% more damage for every double hunt. God, so many damage modifiers. Gain 2 coffin. If this unit kills the target, gain 3 coffins. So it's a 6 coffin gain on kill with this, effectively. Less than 0 SP, heal 10 SP. Heal more SP the first unit's values from 0. Heal 2 additional for every missing SP, max 50. Okay, so you can just heal a bunch of SP. But you do lose double hunt at turn end. Interesting. And yeah, similar-ish type stuff there. Units double hunt, yeah, it turns into special skill 3. If you already have double hunt, you lose double hunt, gain double hunt next turn. And of course it clashes. Pretty cool. Main question. Why is double hunt a max value of 3? Is it just this? I think that's the only thing that scales with how much Dullahan you have. So I guess the longer you're in Dullahan before you exit Dullahan, the more damage this deals, I guess. That's the main thing. Otherwise, the actual Dullahan number doesn't matter too much. That's interesting. Okay, there's a lot to this unit. I'll have to really use them to get a decent sense as to the specifics, I guess. Although I think we all know what's got to be coming first, right? I gotta at least see what happens here. Matters not what kind of Heathcliff you are. I shall embrace every Catherine mine. And Fated Promise. Heal 15 SP. On hit, gain offense level. Next turn's return. Less than 20 SP. Gain 3 attack power up. Units double in 3 attack power up and 3 offense level up. 1 HP. Heal 40% 25 SP once per encounter. Okay, that's funny. So you just heal up and gain some SP in the final phase bit. Alright, with that out of the way, it's Mirror Dungeon time. We're going to be running a sinking team, and fairly obviously, more so we're just running a Canto 6 team, I guess, with a sinking focus on it, right? All the Canto 6 IDs except for Dead Rabbit. It's 5 sinking units, so it should work. And we'll just go for, like, standardish type stuff. We can just get a floor 1 Broken Compass. That's actually pretty nice. I'll take it. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, we're just starting with full wish of stars, that sort of bit, right? Just everything that can go my way is going my way. You can pass this probably, you just need 1 head, so yeah. Give me the iron stake, sure thing. The Forgotten. Yeah, so weird just seeing Wild Hunt, like... Do we have any other ID that only takes up, like, a single line? I can't think of any of them that do. All the others are at least, like, 2 or more lines, right? Is there any other ID with a super short name? Nothing's really coming to mind. I might be forgetting something, but it just looks so strange. But yeah, as far as the rest of the team goes, I mean, we'll just do the usual stuff, right? Wild Hunter. He's gonna be speaking a bunch. Yeah, God, he looks so out of place on this team, though. Jeez, we can get a good, proper look at him here, though. Coffin, he looks like he's... It's such, like, a... Just seeing these IDs, like, next to each other, for example, there's such a difference in, like, the complexity, right? God, it's so much. I'm sure by the time this video's come out, there's already been, like, 12, like... solos of 6-48 with Wild Hunt Heathcliff. It's just one of those things that, like, it's gonna happen. God. Even, like, just, like, it's just his skill, too, he's going through here, but, like, the effects from just his slashes are so cool, and then he just... Wild Hunts out with his horse. I guess definitely a question is going to be just how good he's going to be for, like, the actual sinking side of things. He just starts laughing when I click on him. Fair enough. Like, his skill 3 is pretty nice for sinking count stuff, right? One thing to consider, he's not, like, a super coin-heavy ID, which is interesting, that's for sure. He's gonna have a lot of really strong hits anyways, but like interesting for such like a major ID to not have like any 4 coins, because that's kind of like the norm at this point, right? Like major IDs always have like attacks with so many coins. Requiem this guy just kind of being mean. We'll try getting him more skill 3s, I think that would be a funny idea. If you can just spam skill 3s to get his coffin up, that sort of thing. And yeah, just with 1 coffin, he already like gains like this little aura thing. Assumably it scales with how much coffin he has? I don't know. A lot of ways they could go. But yeah, I'll probably save his funny counter thing for a little bit. Oh, that's the new clashes, isn't it? They were talking about how like a lot of like they're like changing a lot of clash animation-y type stuff in the patch notes. So I guess that's an example of that in action. Pretty wacky looking. I think I'll need to see more of the clashes to really see what's going on. Normal fights too, you don't really see every clash played in normal fights, so it's going to be a little weird. But it looks like there's definitely some interesting changes being made to the clashes. Seems situational though. Sometimes it clashes like normal. Maybe it's based on like how much you win the clash by, right? Something like that. Whatever it is, it seems like it'll be like a cool changey thing. God, we need to prioritize focus encounters so we can actually have Heathcliff like finish people off though. Oh, that thing's got both ruin. Okay, so they do stack. That's interesting. Echoes of the Manor activated. It just says Echoes of the Manor here though. It doesn't show both of them. Does the one with like the higher potency take priority, maybe? I don't know. It shows them both on you at the same time, though. Hard to tell. Maybe if I pay like close attention, I'll be able to see if they both trigger, but it didn't really look like Ruin was triggering there. But he still had the status effect. I guess it's still nice even if it doesn't change it though, because his skill 3 does have like the conditional like more singing count against enemies with Ruin. So yeah, fair enough. Let's let him get some kills. Coffin some people out, don't you? Otherwise I'm just gonna invade with everyone. Yeah, get the Gloom Res, not because we really particularly want or anything. This could kill here. Nice. So that should be a bunch of coffin. Yeah, he's at 5 coffin now, and beheading should get him to 6. He's at 6 coffin now. Yeah, that aura is a lot. It's like a deeper purple, I think. Is it deeper purple? I want to say it is, but I might just be crazy. Let's try this, shall we? Yeah, look at that. He's just having the Echo Butler stuff, people just doing the dirty work for him. And he would mount Dolha on the turn following that, but didn't get the chance here. We probably should just have him counter first turn every fight. If he can, right? Just get the Dolhan going more consistently, just so we can see it. I've been not doing it yet, because there's a lot to this guy, and there's no reason to rush through it all, that's for sure. We're definitely going to want to see his alt skill 3 sooner or later. But yeah, like, anytime the first turn he can clash, and if it's just replacing the skill 1 especially, like, his counter clash is better than his skill 1, right? Genuinely might just be better to use the counter over the skill 1 most of the time that you have that option, right? Especially if he's only got skill 1s in a turn, then you might as well just use his counter instead. It's gonna do more for you. I guess his counter I think is better for sinking too, right? Like genuinely, the counter just seems like the smartest move most of the time. Is the counter anything? It's a little bit of sinking. There's Dullahan, though, in all of its glory. Like, skill 1 is 3 sinking potency. I guess it does gain clash power and coin power if the target has sinking, right? In that situation, it might... Yeah, I think it's actually slightly... No, it's still, even with all the conditionals, like, it's still slightly worse than counter, right? Yeah, it looks like it. 3 levels flirt was fun. Yeah, it just gains a +1 over it relatively, because they both have the same coin power stuff. Yeah, and 2 sinking, 1 sink count, 3 sinking. Yeah, his skill 1's just bad compared to the counter. That's funny. I was wondering if it would be like that. Because I had been thinking, like, if they want to make it, like, so it actually clashes, like, if they make it worse than a skill 1, it's going to be, like, awful to use. But if they make it better than a skill 1, then his skill 1's going to be awful to use. Yeah, that's the way they took it. I guess it's not, like, a significant increase over the skill 1, but it's definitely notable, right? Especially since it'll just trigger Delahan for you, right? Now, the skill 2 is bad for his sanity. That's the only thing to keep in mind. 10 sanity lost there, yeah. He will lose sanity every turn with Delahan. Yeah, 15 sanity if you don't have, like, too much coffin. But every 2 coffin reduces the 15 by 1 up to 10, I think it was. Something like that. Still a fair bit of SP loss each turn, but then he skill 3s and gets some SP healed back. We get our 6 cents to ++, because might as well. Grander to ++, might as well. And we'll save the rest of our stuff. Because we're going to want to do a lot of rerolls in the shops, don't we? So we can Erlking out. Oh, I should have countered. Okay. I wasn't thinking through. Trying to see if... Yeah, you could see the weird clashy thing there. Is the weird clash, is it... I'm trying to think it through. Is it when, like, clashes are a little closer in rolls? I don't know. I'm not saying too much now because I'm talking to a friend on Discord about it. I think it's closer that are closer in rolls. I know, we're kind of just demolishing these guys. Yeah, I don't know. Enough of that, though. Back to actually focusing, we just demolished those guys. I don't know. I'll have to pay attention to see how the new clashy type stuff is working. It seems really cool, but it's throwing me off. Okay. Damage taken minus 7.5% is perfectly fine. We'll grab Sticky Muck. Give me Ram Tier 2. You give Compression Bandage. Only applies to number 5. I think that's Faust already, so I guess that works. I mean, we can just go for Midwinter Nightmare here. Might as well. Just roll for the portrait so that we can make sure we get that. Seems delightful. Actually, Nebulizer wouldn't have been a bad move. Eh. Rags is an interesting idea. I'm gonna not try it yet, but I might in the future. Had this portrait, Carmilla, don't mind if I do. Heathcliff skill change, excellent. Get him another Requiem. Because that sounds enjoyable. Anything else particularly want? Not really, I don't think. Yeah. We got the Heathcliff skill change, so he's got more skill 3s now. Should be funny. Yeah, you do get Compression Bandage, so sure. It works best for you, probably, unless I wanted to, like, make Otis in slot 5, which I could do. Really. Otis has more blunt, too, because you've got, like, a random... Yeah, you've... Okay, you're mostly slash. I always forget about that. I never expect it, because, like, you're still using your fists. You should Delahan that guy. I think it's time. And Delahan this guy to death, why don't you? Yeah, pretty cool stuff. It's such a funny animation whenever, like, fully triggers. Like, I can't tell what's going on fully. Oh, there's Lament, Mourn, and Despair. There's 2 of them. I think if we kill with both these, don't we just max out Coffin immediately? I think we do. I'm just doing this just out of curiosity. Oh, if we kill with the first coin, we don't get the funny animation. That makes sense. We're just putting people into the Iron Maiden, just for funsies. Yeah, we did lose Dullahan after that, but we do have 10 Coffin now. Yeah, it's definitely a larger aura, I want to say. It's more glistening. I'm actually not sure either. I haven't really been looking too much. I think so, though. But yeah, now he's gaining... Let's look at his speed now. Look at that, 5 to 10. And it could be even better if he was still riding Dullahan. Obviously, he couldn't be riding Dullahan right now, because, well, he loses Dullahan after he uses the funny ult skill 3. Shame we didn't really get a chance to see the alt skill 3 there since it killed the first coin for both of those guys. I kind of should have seen it coming, though. I didn't think that through, but it certainly made sense. I don't know, does Heathcliff get to kill? Heathcliff does get to kill those guys. Cool. Oh, he just mass stacked because he's got 10 Coffin. His skill 2 is a 3 target. God. I really want to fight Cassetti with this, just because we'll actually have time to get all the kills and set it up and just absolutely demolish everyone with him. Folks encounter, that's nice. Give Wild Hunt the kills. That sort of fun stuff. If we can, that is. If we don't kill these guys too easily. Oh, Dullahan! Yeah, unique counter at the top. I don't know, like... They really should have just called it something different. Don't know why they're like, oh yes, this is a unique counter. Like... Surely they could have just called it, like, a parry or something, right? Like, have it be like a new 4th type of counter. Or 4th type of defensive skill. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. Because unique counter is not very concise. I guess it is a fairly unique counter. So I guess it fits well, but it's mostly like that because it's a Ruin counter, right? So they still wanted to keep like the counter terminology, probably. They were like, you better believe we're going to be giving this the Red Mist ID we're giving you in like 6 years' time. Which, you know, I look forward to. We're probably getting a Eugen next Walpurgis, who will probably also get a unique counter, right? Since she's... I guess not necessarily, because she does have a unique counter type thing in Ruina, but it's also a defensive dice, so... Not really. Oh well. Lament More in Despair. Let's Lament More in Despair the highest HP ones so that we can maybe actually see it play out fully. I'm still kind of doubting it playing out fully. Probably just gonna die to the first coin anyways, but we'll try our best, and that's what matters. Okay, heads means it might not kill me. Okay, we do get a second coin here. Cool. Yeah. Pretty awesome. A precise move indeed. Putting the guy into a coffin. An Iron Maiden specifically, and then beating him to death. Like, he was just an embodiment of sin, right? Like, he didn't do anything wrong. That Pekatula did not deserve that. More bugs, yeah. Immediate Requiem? I mean, might as well. Don't really want to... If he's got a Requiem in a bottom slot, don't really think I want to replace that with Dullahan. And if we're not Dullahaning turn 1, it's probably not worth it all in fights like this. But god, that unique Clashwind animation is so cool. Because they did try some unique, funny Clashwind stuff with Captain Ishmael, right? With her skill 3 and how it kind of has like that funny Clashwind where like she gets hit back a little bit but then just harpoons them. So it seems like they're taking that to the next level. Okay, yeah, but that's definitely not as... Yeah, okay. Now I'm actually looking at him at 1 coffin. Very different from 10 coffin. Very, very different. Okay. I can now confirm. It's a lot more of like a deep purple, and like you kind of can't see through it as well, and it's just like a little much less in like size, right? Yeah. Excellent. We love a good kill for the one coffin. I really feel like whenever I really feel like I should look through IDs at Uptie 3 first, simply so I know what the difference Uptie 4 brings. Because, like, for most recent IDs, like, for the past, like, while, like, almost a year at this point, I've basically Uptie 4'd every ID I've gotten as soon as I get it, so I really don't know how big of a difference Uptie 4 makes compared to the Uptie 3. I wonder just how much changes for this guy, though. I can always check on, like, a website, like, after it gets updated, right? Like, one of the various Limbus website thingies. Yeah, it's those things. We can Dullahan in situations like this. It's a combat start gain Dullahan next turn thing. Don't really think I want to Dullahan if I'm not clashing with, though. I'd rather just use a skill too. In bosses, that's a different case entirely, I'm sure, but you get what I mean. I might also consider benching Ryoshu for certain funny fights whenever I want Heathcliff to get 2 skill slots, because if we bench anyone else, we won't be able to get the Sinking Fusion gift to maintain. So Ryoshu's probably the best option if you want to do that. We also really haven't been going for poise stuff, so Ryoshu's not been doing particularly great here. She still is just kind of innately strong, so, like, she's still doing fine. But, like, we could have gotten Nebulizer earlier, but I just didn't. Stuff like that, right? Negligence on my part, you could say. Get an event here. What do we get? You. I mean, we'll take the battery, rupture, damage. It's not a lot, but it's nice. Yeah, like, for example, let's bench you here. We don't really need to bench against Golden Apple, I don't think. Not really the fight for it, but might as well, right? Do you have immediate coffin? We do. We'll just pop that then. I was gonna consider immediately Dullahaning, but I'd rather just use the skill 3. This is a fight without minions to kill. Everything we could have gotten this floor didn't have minions to kill, though, because, you know, Doomsday Calendar's minions technically don't die, so they don't count as getting kills because of that annoying little passive they have that specifies that for some reason. Love hitting this guy with a coffin. Yeah, he's already a phase 2. Makes sense. A lot of sinking without really trying. That's also pretty funny. We'll try one of these, right? It actually looks like it's probably not going to win the clash. That's fine. It's worth the shot, right? We remise for the sinking funnies. Oh, we actually are tying here. Oh, okay. The sinking on the enemy was just barely enough to make us tie. That's pretty convenient. Now we get Dullahan next turn. We can probably ratio you. Oh. Okay, we win those. Sure. Yep, Lament, Mourn, and Despair. Don't mind if I do. And you should just die a horrible death if I had to take a guess. How's it gonna look when we just Lament, Mourn, and Despair this guy, though? We're gonna get 2 heads, that's fine. Okay, so you just straight up can't. I see. I was wondering. That's interesting. So, humanoid enemies... Probably enemies with SP, if I had to guess. That might be the conditional. Enemies with SP get put into the coffin. Enemies without SP just get the lightning. Or it just might be size-based entirely, right? That's what it seems to be, but it might be like SP or something, because that's a good enough milestone. Do we go for eggs? No, we do not. Dregs of the Manor. We'll go for Manor Floor. That sounds like fun. Might as well. If we can go like this into a certain world, into Murder on the Warp Express, that would probably be like the ideal scenario, I'd say. We're gonna be stuck with white Gossypium for this floor. Actually, no, we can just fuse it away into something random. That would work. Give me black sheep music, though. What do we want to fuse? Sinking tier 1. Sinking tier 2. Skilled Crumb, sure. What? Did I not... What did I just fuse? Did I not fuse Gossypium with something? Did I just accidentally get rid of something completely separate? What did I just fuse away? I'm very confused at what I just did there. That's fine. Do we particularly want Distant Star? We could try. We can't get... No, we could, but if we did have to give away one of those... we'll just grab Distant Star. Might as well. Can we upgrade that one? No. It's more sinking, so it works out, and we did get rid of Gossypium there. What did I fuse away? Because I genuinely thought I was fusing away white Gossypium with that first fusion I did. But I wasn't. A little bit odd. We'll do something like this. Kind of weird, but... Oh, we... Right, we fused that one away. Actually, no. So we do... Something like... We just do something like this, yeah. Have Ryoshu in the 6th slot so that we can venture whenever we feel the need to. We've got Black Sheep music, we've got Compass++. We're set on the sinking side of things now. We can just immediately Requiem here, don't mind if I do. Okay. That's a little rude. They just dodged that. They're actively in the Iron Maiden, you still managed to miss. Heathcliff, come on. Aren't you supposed to be, like, bringing, like, revenge to them or something? Like, you gotta try at least a little harder than that. Come on. That was kind of pathetic. You gotta admit. Kinda sad. Ishmael also lost her clash. It happened, I guess. These guys can be a little bit of a nuisance. I remember Mirrodin 4 first came out especially. I felt these guys were so awful to fight, I felt like. Oh, we've got Photopia. That's actually, I guess, slightly impacting us here. It's not really that big of a difference. I don't think the one difference would have made any difference. Heathcliff still would have tied the evade, which would mean that he still would be dodged, right? So it wouldn't have helped him out. Just kill him here. Just kill them all. You know you want to. You know you want to put them in the coffin. You'll be shoved in this sack too. Is that them all dead? Yep, cool. Yapping. So much yapping, and it's not even Wild Hunt that's yapping, mostly. Scalpel, sure. You, sure, give me the random tremor, why not? You probably weren't the best person to do that check, but it's fine, so I'm not too worried. Dead rabbits, also fairly simple for us. We've got a lot of Gloom and Envy on this team. Mostly Gloom, actually. We don't have that much Envy, do we? Because it's your skill 2 and your skill 1. That's it for Envy, actually, huh? Well, we've got a lot of Gloom. That's for sure. That's struggling, okay. Okay, Faust is getting a little bit of paralysis. Alright, you don't even need to clash here. I was gonna say something about, you know, you having trouble clashing now, but you're perfectly fine, so not even. Well, it's okay. We press on. We send our army of horses at the enemy. As you should do, really. All good wild hunts are a flock of horses towards your enemy. And should just be able to finish these guys off.
결국은 공격 능력 평가?
직접 놓아주마. 제대로 꽂혔는데.
Gamble. Rags, cool. That's actually potentially really good for us, right? Because if we want to use his alternate skill 3, this means that when he uses alternate skill 3, he should just get brought down to negative 15 SP. So he should be able to get more usage out of it, hopefully. You're going to be offsetting that, that's fine. I'm willing to do it here. I'd like to see Dullahan more. I haven't really been using it too often. I think because he's got an additional skill 3, he's got more of a chance to get the skill 3, so that just kind of... I'm going to skill 3 in the bottom, so I don't really want to use Dullahan to overwrite it, but maybe I should, right? Shove these guys into the coffin. Or just, you know, horse those two. Yeah, Rags brought him to negative 30, then he lost 15. Yeah, geez. And he healed 50 SP there. God. Yeah. Rags is really funny on this guy. He really, like, it feels like he really is trying to steal everything from Sunshower more so than trying to steal everything from the people at Wuthering Heights, not gonna lie. He's like, he seems to be a little bit too buddy-buddy with the Wuthering Heights ideas. Not gonna lie. I guess we need to try killing them at some point, don't we? If we actually want to see that effect. Easier said than done, though, that's for sure. Oh, if we're lucky, the boss of this floor could end up being, Dead Rabbit boss. Which would be a Wild Hunt v Erlking, basically. Cool. Just these two left. Should be killable. Too much hassle. Yeah, that's what it looks like at, like, kind of mid-coffin. The coffin, like, little effect varying is pretty interesting. I've been putting an odd amount of focus into it, I think, but, like, that's because it looks cool, right? It's all mirrory. It's a very interesting idea, because, like, the Uptie talked about some things, but, like, some parts, like, it still really didn't... We still really don't know why Erlking himself can do any of the stuff that Erlking and Wild Hunt can do. Is he just genuinely the Fairy King? Also, that is Dead Rabbit's boss, so, Is he just genuinely the king of the fairies, and that's why he can do that? Is the Erlking? The sun goes hard, so it's a fun fight. Weaken Mist just commands you immediately. We have to get rid of one of these, that's fine. I can live with that. He can clash you. Okay. Oh, Dullahan, I'm losing the clash. Okay. That's rude. You still get Dullahan next turn, so, like, he's fine, but it was still pretty rude. And now we'll just Rags him, I think. I think he deserves that. Just trying to get on my horse, and then this rabbit man is trying to brutally beat me to death. Kinda rude. Doesn't appreciate my horsing around. It is interesting how the clashes make more use of, like, some people, like, moving more and less. It's so funny how he just gets misaligned when he horses around. Looks very out of place, that's for sure. Well, we can lament more and despair this guy, and we're gonna get the Rags benefit, so that's gonna be pretty strong for us. Especially because the Rags triggers before the 15 SP loss, so, like, it's really nice. That's funny. Hit these guys a little bit, might as well. We could just go all in on the Dragon's boss himself, and that's probably the smart thing to do. Not really a reason to do all this, you know, shenaniganery that I'm doing, but it's funny. The sinking is really not doing too much to us, for us anyways. But that's fine. That's how it be. We have the negative 30. I guess we're going to heal some SP from clashing with this, but that's fine. We did get 2 tails, though, so yeah, pretty funny. 500 damage. That's a little bit. Should just be able to kill him next turn. And we get more precision. How's our coffin looking? Oh yeah, because we didn't get any kills, we don't have any much if any coffin. Right. As soon as we kill him, the minions die. He's got 200 HP, so we should just be able to go all out and finish the job. Although maybe we probably should have clashed with Heathcliff just to get his SP up a little bit. He'll be fine though. Let's see if we do get Nelly next floor. Because I really want to do that, because that would be fun. So I really want to finish things off with Cassetti, because that would be... I mean, if I have to finish things off with Nelly, that's also not bad, but Cassetti as the finisher would also be really funny. Grab Elegy Snare, just because it's sinking. I'll take the cost, actually. That's a lot of cost. It's good for us. No dice. No dice, that's fine. What do we go for then? Let's just go Crawling Abyss. Sure thing. It's something. Nothing exceptional. Sundered Memory. Very useful. Go to skill change? No, not interested. You know what I want, game. You know what I want. None of this boring stuff. I don't care. There we go. That's what we're looking forward to. Give him another Requiem. I don't think I need anything else. I'm just going to spend all my costs just getting as many skill 3s as possible. And then who knows, maybe I'll go for Cassetti. Maybe I'll try soloing Cassetti with Heathcliff. Could be doable. Took me a second to think there. Not because I didn't know the option or anything, but just because I was just kind of lost in thought staring at the screen before it was like, oh yes, right, I'm in the middle of playing the game. As it happens sometimes. The blunt gift's not bad. But I'll just take the NDA. Damage is damage. I don't think I was particularly planning to get hit anyways, so NDA helps out, right? Memorial Procession. Actually neutrals all this stuff, jeez. How's our unique counter do? Also not really great, yeah. I mean, it probably passes against one of those like that. Yeah. It'll probably work out. We'll try it. Oh. Don't know why you get the fancy clash against the Wrath Pectula of all things. Ooh. Yeah. We get staggered. A little unfortunate. Well, we do unstagger from mounting Dullahan, right? That's how it works. If you get staggered the turn when you are about to mount Dullahan, then you get unstaggered, I think it was. So it makes the counter fairly safe as far as staggers go. Because you just unstagger and just Dullahan up. Actually, no, there's no reason to do that, but just more SP loss. I was going to do the funny bit again where I just finish this thing off with Heathcliff, but no real need to just lose a bunch of SP for just no particular reason, right? To get the kill, we're still losing 15 SP, yeah. But if we used the skill 2 or the skill 3, it would have been even more SP loss. Maybe I should have, like, base Yusong or something on this team. Or not on the team, but as, like, a support. The SP healing. Not the worst option. Take the Rupture Gift, it's a benefit for everyone, so it's nice. If we can get some healing, that'd be nice, too. Need, like, a lithograph or something. Or we can just go for a mermaid risky encounter. That also works. Sometimes self-care is whaling. Not in the sense where you're spending a lot of money, but no, that you're just actually whaling. Just hunting whales. If that's not self-care, I don't know what is. I don't know what self-care is, in case you can't tell. These guys are gloom resistant, but we don't care. We are still requieming the fish. Fish requiem. Okay, so fish is small enough to get the coffin animation. That's interesting. So there's gotta be some sort of like tag the game has. Like PM probably had to go through every single enemy and is like, yes, this enemy can go into the coffin, this one cannot. I don't think anything else in the game checks for a situation like that. Actually, does like because no, like even something like I was expecting it to be kind of like Heathcliff's Holiday in the fact that like everything goes into the bag, no matter how big or small, and they just roll with it. But it's interesting that it's not like that here, right? It's situational. Very situational. More costs too. I mean, we gotta fuel our not gambling addiction, more so our requiem addiction, I guess you could say. We need more requiems. If we play our cards right, we gotta get it to so Heathcliff has 5 requiems and 1 skill 2, right? And if that isn't peak, I don't know what is. We can like. We don't even need the requiems. Like I keep on forgetting. Like when he's on Dullahan, his counter turns into his alt skill 3, right? So like this is super overkill for like no good reason, but it's funny, so I'm gonna keep on rolling with it. And like the counter wasn't it's not a once per turn type thing, right? Like if you get him 6 skill slots and he's got Dullahan. No, this is a once per turn thing. Okay. One Dullahan next turn, once per turn. Okay. So that part is once per turn. That's good to know. That's very good to know. So I was thinking, I was like, I don't remember it saying once per turn, but no, it very clearly does. I just glanced over it, I guess. Makes sense. Because, like, Middle Dawn's counter is twice per turn, I believe, right? That's just kind of how it goes. That sort of stuff can't be super spammable. They don't want to make it too easy to just have 6 skill 3s per turn. It's still pretty easy if you get a little bit of luck in Mirror Dungeons, right? I guess there is the luck required, though. But I am willing to sell, like, most of my worldly possessions in order to get him the maximum amount of skill 3s. Just so we can absolutely, like, demolish some vampires, right? He does have, like, a kind of pretty, like a vampire hunter aesthetic to him, right? Like a Blood Fiend Hunter type deal, maybe. We have no clue what Blood Fiend Hunters look like, but if I had to guess, he looks like that. He looks like some random, like, Castlevania guy. Yeah. I think that's pretty safe to say. just the style, right? Enhance gifts, nothing I really want to enhance. I can enhance rags. That's actually pretty funny, I'll take it. I should have healed up here. Clam, that's fine. Because Heathcliff is a little low on HP, and I assume I still have Telepole equipped, right? Like, I don't have Fluid Sac right now. Yeah. So as far as healing goes, I've got Garden of Thorns. I think that's all I have for HP healing. Yeah. Okay. Might be something to keep in mind, that's probably something I should worry about. That's fine. I'll manage it, I'm sure. I believe in myself. But sinking this guy to death. He double fancy clashed there, that's interesting. Dullahan! Oh, Dullahan! Dinner's ready! Don't know why that's like what comes to mind there, but it is. Interloper is being received. Okay, yep, the shell's been staggered. That's pretty cool. We are sinking you. We are going to have Heathcliff try and demolish all of these. I mean, if we... Like, it's not even worth it, is it? But it's not doing it. It's gonna be resisted here. You know, lament more in despair. This this poor pile of slime is being sent like into eternal torment, just for the sake of a bunch of coffin. It's worth it though. 50 SP healing. Clam's probably just gonna die this turn anyways from the sinking. Maybe not. Like, these aren't super heavy coin count attacks. It's heavy enough. Yeah, that's a death. 6 HP? Oh. Well, let's try doing it a little funny. You need to hit through the evade. Oh, he's not gonna hit through the evade, is he? We'll be prepared in case that is the outcome. Oh, he did hit through the evade. Okay. If that thing got heads, though, like, we would have been in a pickle. Wasn't looking the best. Well, still went pretty well. That's for sure. And final floor time. I already said we're going for Murder Warp Express. Just because it's the funniest option, I think. Seems like it'll be a real funny final fight. And you know what the plan here is. There's a certain skill change we're looking for, and we were given it immediately, jeez. The game knows what I want. I mean, I can appreciate that. Get you some healing, because you're low. And let's grab Homeward, too, just to make sure you're doing decently. Like, there's a lot of random EU gifts on this floor, and I'm still not fully sure which ones are actually good. This one is not good, that's for sure. This one does not help us whatsoever. Canned ice cream. Healing through effects. Not really something we've got a lot of. Not gonna lie. Chain battle. We could chain battle stuff here. Not really a reason to, though. Maybe if I had some sinking units on the bench. Maybe if only I brought Dead or Merceau for the bench. Darn. Really missed out there, didn't I? We are losing some clashes. We're actually doing neutrals, actually. I'm willing to gamble. What is Mirror Dungeon if not a great place to gamble? And these guys are blunt weak, so Coffin is nice. Double on Coffin would be even more nice, but in time. Okay. Yeah, those animations look weird. The person who, like, isn't being knocked back was winning the clash, it looked like? Like, I don't know. That seemed off. Funny how it was like, it was a skill 3 that lost a clash. It happens, I guess. Yeah, do it like this. Get the Gloomras, do that. Do a bit of that. You're struggling. You can just pull out to Pathos Mathos. We haven't needed to ego yet, so it's fine to ego now and then, right? For the sake of, you know, our continued survival. We don't really want our allies dying yet. Not because, like, we particularly care for them or have, like, some sort of, like, friendship towards them, but just because I don't want to lose the Coffin, right? Whenever a friend dies, you lose 2 Coffin to revive them. Like, they should just stay dead, honestly. I want to save my Coffin. 2 Coffin is, like... It's like half a speed increase, right? Like, that's a lot. On top of it, it's a couple other things too, but like that's the main thing, right? Well, we Dullahan next turn. Excellent. We are Dullahaning out. That is a struggling, you say. Counterpoint Rags. It is not factoring in the Rags difference. Yeah. Death. This guy also was not ready for the Rags difference. We are at 10 Coffin, so that's pretty cool. We got 2 heads, though. It still did 200 damage, though, even off of 2 heads, so, guess it's not really anything to complain over. Yeah, fights like this are really fun with Wild Hunt, just because you can really rack up the coffins. And now his Memorial Procession is 3 attack weight on both of them, and these enemies are already weak to envy, so it's just gonna be nice. Like, there's not really a reason to pull up Dullahan again, I don't think. We just get the Memorial Processions. We get some SP healed as he's well from these clashes. Still getting a lot of tails, but that's fine. We've got one more of these skill 2s. And here's the thing. We've got these 3 attack weight attacks that aren't even costing us any sanity. Like, because the sanity loss is only with Dullahan, right? Like, that's crazy. It wasn't doing a lot of damage there. But, like, that's fine. They're still all dead, so it doesn't matter. We were getting some bad luck. Even at high sanity, we were still getting some tails. It happens sometimes. Crown of Roses, sure. We can sell it if we need to. What do we take? Let's grab the keywordless one. Unit has bleed, have bleed, and heal. Could be nice if we take too many one-sided attacks. Could happen. Very much can happen.
어떤 시간과 공간에 계시는 관리자님이 들을진 몰라도 그때를 위해서 미리 응원을 녹음해야 한다는 거군요.
Struggling.
아, 이런. 이것도 녹음.
Have you considered not struggling? Might help. Yeah, I don't really think I want to counter that. Oh, we should have egoed with Faust. I meant to ego with Faust, but I completely forgot I was going to ego with Faust. That's fine. We Requiem, we get our nice 1 coffin. Probably stagger this guy too. Not even, jeez. A little scary, but that's fine. We sink you, so we can mass attack or something next turn, I guess. It's something. Yeah, Faust lost Air Clash. Ishmael also lost Air Clash. That's alright. There is not taking too much damage, I'm not too concerned. We can try one of these. It does not look like it's a good idea to do that against either of those. We will lose the Clash. I'd rather not lose the Clash. Let's get the Gloom Res. Might as well. Just keep on Requieming, just get our free 3 coffin here. We do like some good coffin. Mr. 4 unique status effects. And his 4 unique status effects. Well, yeah, 4 unique status effects, only one of them goes on the enemy. 2 of them are for himself, 1 of them is for his allies, and then 1 of them's for his enemies. I mean, that's funny at least, right? If it was like all stuff that applies to himself or all stuff that applied to his enemies, it would be not as funny, I think. Or maybe it'd be more funny, depending on how you look at funny. Depending on your definition of funny. My funny defining. Da 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 da. So on and so forth. Do we kill them all here, or do... We don't kill this one, okay, cool. Well, we get some coffin thanks to that, cool. Didn't know for sure if we were just gonna kill all of them without getting to kill any of them with the coffin, but that works out. So we're at a solid 7 coffin now. We could do the Requieming, or we should probably just Memorial Processioning them. Because we've got, actually we should do one of each, shouldn't we? Yeah. Will it go in the right order? Probably not. That's fine. If nothing else, we'll be at 8 coffin now, so our Memorial Processioning will be maximum attack weight stuff. Yeah, I'm going to that order. I had a feeling because that one's on the left and stuff, but eh. That's fine. We should kill with Requiem, max out our coffin. Cool. I don't think there's any more reinforcements. I think this is the last of them, I believe. I don't think it was even a full team, so... Should come as a nose shock. Let's just mass attack them. It's a funny play. Just Memorial Procession them. Pretty cool. You did that all on your own. Teach me how to do that too. You really don't want to know how to do that, Heathcliff. I hate to say it, But, like, it'll just send you down a dark path of revenge and stuff. All that, you know, mopey, dopey stuff. I don't know. Well, here's something we can sell. We've just broken into the smoke war just to take some scrap and sell it solely so we can buy more coffins. Alright, I was like, wait a second, why can't I do this? It happens every time I do this bit. We gotta do a skill 2 to skill 3. Anything else I want? The answer is no. Kind of like undeniably no. I could do something else. I'm sure I wouldn't be the worst play, but let's just send it, right? Let's just send it. See how this goes, right? Should be pretty funny. This shouldn't be too bad. Who's doing the most damage? Looks like it's one of you two. You got the most attacks. Who's doing more bleed? I hear a lot of bleed count. I should probably deal with the bleed potency first and foremost, though. We'll just immediately get the Dullahaning. Yeah, that's the most important attack to deal with. Don't want too much bleed. Although I guess we do have the EU gift that'll help us with bleed. Like, reduce some of the bleed on herself each turn. That's nice, but I'd rather just not get the potency built up at all. These first few enemies are pretty free, so... Struggling? You say that. You really do. That's fine. We are not struggling, though. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. The Earl of Kings, if you will. We're gonna get a lot of coffin here. I think we just max coffin second turn. Yeah. That's pretty cool. We get staggered, though. Oh. That's not good. Huh. Where's the Wild Hunt when you need it? Okay, change of plans, everyone. We don't have another unit that counts as sinking on the back of this team, so, can't get the fusion gift going. That's fine. I, was a little too silly, I'll say. Kind of a sad way for things to go, but that's fine. Yeah, it really shows you his big issue is he is undeniably a little frail. Which makes sense, right? He's a big damage dealer. He's not supposed to be super tanky. Sending him, you know, alone into tough fights, kind of a bad play if you want him to be super surviving. As you just saw there, right? Don't really think I need to spell out to you. Don't really think I need to give you an example beyond just what just went down, right? Overconfidence, the slow and insidious killer, right? And I got overconfident. It's a classic tale. It happens so much. It happens so much to me, especially. But that's fine. We pull through regardless. We Molinet you. It's probably a bad move. I'll roll with it though. It's a fun move. We should know we're gonna dusting. It's a much smarter move. Who's not doing too much damage here? They're both doing a fair bit of damage. We'll just pop that then, sure. Looks good. Yeah, the new clashes are pretty cool, but pretty weird. Okay. Good stuff. Interloper, reception, kill this guy, cool. And you should be able to kill this guy, alright. All of them taken care of, you get a kill, so you assumably get some SP up? No? They're only level 45. Why? This was the final floor of Mirror Dungeon 4 hard. They should not be on level with us. Oh, you're level 30. Did you get SP? Oh, you did get SP from killing. Okay. I don't know why I thought you were 15 beforehand. No, that checks out. It checks out. For a little bit of calculations. I see, I see. My apologies for doubting you. Still though, why are they level 45? That point still stands as a point of some little bit of contention. I'd really expect them to be a little higher level. Might just be me. Might just be me used to previous Mirror Dungeons still. But like the enemies should be like level like 60 or something by this point, right? I guess not. Oh well. Maybe it was just I genuinely didn't pay attention to a single mounting trial I chose. I just always focus on the eco gifts. Because that's the part I will focus on. Give haste to everyone next turn. Funny benefit. A little bit of clash losing. Cool. That's fine. It was a pretty minimal clash to lose, right? Like, wasn't very bad whatsoever. Oh, we can bind these guys. Actually, not a bad play. As they say. You can Crow's Eye View again. That should go swimmingly. We've got a fair bit of evasions on this team, so we might be able to do some decent evasions when Cassetti mass attacks us. Still gonna get some hits on us, though. I should have sold the Bleed Ego gifts, huh? And should be fine. We can finish a bunch of these guys off here. Does Sasha die? Don't think so. Yeah, because neither of these attacks are going for her. They're just killing her minions. That's fine. It should just be Sasha left, so we can just kill her next turn. Easy enough. Yisung also gets a kill with this Crow's Eye View, so that should be some SP. Excellent. He's doing decently on Sanity now. Oh, it's also you. It's not just Sasha. Okay. My bad, my bad. Never forget about your goats, such as the hungering blood bag cleanup crew guy. W Corp agent, that was the word. Couldn't see what it said there. What's that 8 SP loss from? Who knows? Okay. Well, Cassetti time, maybe we can just get a bunch of sinking onto you. That's the play, right? You are gonna sink into the deepest depths of despair. As you should, right? Kinda deserve, not gonna lie. We'll also ego you a bunch for fun. I should probably actually ego the evade, shouldn't I? I'll just let you hit that, yeah. Don't really want this guy's evade going through because it's mean. We'll see how much sinking we can stack. We don't have the fusion gift active, so our sinking is a little bit unfortunate right now. Yeah. Without the fusion gift active, we just straight up... Should have seen that coming. Snag Harpoon should be able to beat this, though. Surely. Oh, Reception Heartseal was actually able to deal with it. Okay, that works too. Yeah. Should have seen the dodge coming. I was overconfident, I guess. And we actually did not do nearly enough. Oh yeah, I guess because you're an I keep on forgetting you're an SP unit, so this is going to take forever. That's fine. We can live with it taking forever. Yisong is going to be on offset duty. We'll be slowly wailing away at this guy. So much sinking that's doing so little for us. Will we get the receiving art 7 capture off? Riveting stuff. Compulsion's working in our favor here.
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다. 제 예상만큼 관리자님의 능력이 우수하다는
Prince's
것을
Parade.
증명한 것 같아.
First time I think I've ever seen him use this before he actually switches into like phase 2 after he uses Healy thing. I'm just gonna accept the loss. This is gonna take forever. Oh yeah. If only we still had Erlking. Shame Wild Hunt Heathcliff died. You know, we did our best. I should have just sent it with a normal team. Then I probably would have been fine. Should have had other sinking units on the bench so that could have actually had a decent team without Heathcliff. That's fine. You know, some runs be like this. We showed off how funny Erlking is, or Wild Hunt is. I'll start saying the right name sooner or later, surely. 66 boxes, cool. Get our boxes back from how much we spent on you. Yeah, very cool ID, that's for sure. 186 HP. Not too much. 3 defense level. Like, he's already minus 2 defense level. With Dullahan, he loses an additional 3 defense level, right? So he's minus 5 defense level over, like, his actual level. So, you know, he takes a little bit of damage. He's a bit staggerable. Fatal Blunt. Yeah. I don't know. What a run. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.